welcome to episode 90 Checkpoint Chat.
Yo,
Look at us.
No.
Look at us.
Look at us. 90 episodes in, still having tech issues with my microphone.
Yeah,
it's great.
It took half an hour to resolve. Good times. Good times to be alive.
Don't you hate it how sometimes with technology, like, have you ever had your mom or dad, although your mom and dad are very tech savvy.
Yeah, but they still have issues with tech.
So my mom, for example, even Lenska's parents, sometimes things will go wrong with tech, as it does. A phone stops working for whatever reason, and then they'll ask, why did this happen?
Why does this happen? It used to work.
The only explanation is don't know. Sometimes technology just does weird things. Yeah.
I mean, I studied engineering, and we are convinced that electricity is magic in some kind, because
it is actual magic.
Like the number of times we had like a circuit board ready, because you'd basically during the lab sessions you'd set up the lab experiments and you'd configure your circuit board and whatever, and when it was all working you'd have to get a demi to come and like mark you and say you got it right. So you'd be like, it'd be working, it'd be done, you'd call over the demi, they'd come, you'd hook it up. Oh, no. Not working. You're just like, what the fuck?
This is a typical thing of, what do you call them? Your demi?
Yeah, demonstrator.
No, demonstrator. That at that point they just say, "Oh, you clearly didn't do the work."
Yeah,
You've been asking around, and meanwhile, you're just like, "No, but
it's just this accepted fact that it just and more often than not, it's like a little wire has come up from the breadboard and now it's broken, or sometimes it just doesn't. Like, you will not figure it out, and very often I used to do take all the wires out, put them all back in where they were, and then it works. And it's like,
listen, my dog ate my circuit board.
Yeah, exactly.
what can I say? This sort of stuff happens unexpectedly.
It's like, there was a dog in this lab, you just called me.
How did this happen? But this microphone, so I streamed on Tuesday and Thursday, was absolutely fine. I logged on last night to play some Counter-Strike, and it just was dead.
Where do you stream?
Twitch.tv/HearingNeeds.
Nice.
Literally no settings changed, and then today we get you start recording, the volume's just
it's RIP,
non-existent.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a thing of what I was saying to you just before we actually went live, is sometimes there are weird fixes for hardware. Like, I don't know, the hold the power button down for 3 seconds, chance
to the gods,
chance, and then put it back on.
Do a rain dance.
But with this, I was thinking with this microphone, maybe there's some internal error, something. So it's a thing of, I put it off, unplug it, plug it back in, put it back on, and do it a few times, and it's working now. So I don't know, working, it's weird.
But I think we're going to get another mic just in case, just because this is a pain. And there will be the one day where it just straight up just does not work, and then rather have one ready, or at least on the way, than have to wait 2 weeks for a new, especially with you, because you use them for streaming. So
stream all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So that could be
actually
problematic.
I have no other mic at home because my headset died.
Oh yeah.
So even if I wanted to use my headset,
I've got that Blue Yeti.
I'll steal it from you. We're from Desperate.
Yeah, exactly. that thing will hear the water droplets in your bathroom though. It is so sensitive.
What is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Just Lupin having a bath.
Yeah, you'll hear Lupin coming up on you. Your viewers will know that he's stalking you.
Something's coming.
Yeah, they just hear his paws. Yeah.
Imagine. Sheesh.
That'll be good. It's been a week.
It's been a heck of a week. So last week we briefly chatted about coronas. The coronas going around.
It's been getting worse and worse.
It's just been
worse.
getting, not to create alarm, but it has one thing that's happened this week in mass is just events being cancelled. So I don't know if last week, I know that we were saying E3 is basically cancelled.
But now it's
on
proper
Monday
cancelled.
It was officially cancelled, and then all the other shit that followed, it's unreal. The one thing I couldn't believe it was the Premier League.
Yeah, English
that
Premier
to me is
League.
like this machine that should never stop, and even they're no.
All sports in the States, it was like the NBA, then it was like football, then baseball, then basketball.
Did you see the one basketball player?
That motherfucker.
That dude, that is instant karma. So I can't remember what his name was.
I don't know.
I think he was doing a press conference or something, and he got up, and just to be spiteful, he got up.
Because he thought it was a joke.
He's like, you guys are overreacting. He touched all the microphones, all the voice recorders, and walks out. That dude's now got.
He was the one who got corona and forced the league to suspend.
Yeah, that was.
What an asshole!
Look,
it's people like that.
He came out and he apologized, but it was like, what did you expect? That is just...
Yes, I just could not believe it. It was like... what can you say? But like you said, the Premier League, a bunch of players and managers contracted it, so like they had to. The Formula One got cancelled in Australia.
Even the Formula One, I'm like, why is the Formula One cancelled? They're not shaking hands in their own cars, flying like the speed of light.
The Formula One is a mess though, because like McLaren pulled out like almost a day before. Because they always have practice sessions on the Friday, so a day before the practice session, it was about a day before, and then like they let it get to the point where people had started showing up to the track, to watch free practice before they cancelled it. I'm like, in order to avoid a mass gathering, you've let a mass gathering happen
and then cancelled it.
Fucking
and then you've pissed off the fans, and now they've called up their relatives to come mob even more.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're going home getting hugged because they're sad,
Yeah.
This is your fault, Ferrari.
Oh no. Who do you even support in Formula One?
I just watch it really. I like Max Verstappen from Red Bull, and I like Charles Leclerc and Ferrari.
Speaking of Red Bull, we were talking about it the other day. How wild is it that... So I think of Red Bull. In the 90s, it was Red Bull's an energy drink. They've got those...
Was it even around in the 90s?
Yeah, I remember it as a kid. Maybe late 90s, early 2000s. But
I remember as a kid those fast forward bars. Those were dumb.
Fast forward bars. Red Bull had those animated... adverts. Remember,
they still do, yeah.
Yeah, they still do, but that was I always remember them like, Red Bull gives you wings. Now though, Red Bull's very synonymous with like extreme sports. They threw a dude outside of from outside the atmosphere down to Earth,
that free jump. Yeah, that was so cool.
And then one thing we actually mentioned in the office this week is that this energy drink has made their own Formula One car.
Yeah.
Like, how much money do you have? Like, how interesting is that you've taken this energy drink and turned it into this whole different brand?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Well, they own the team. They work with Aston Martin. But they are primary owners of the team.
You're an energy drink that's got your toe in Formula One. How much money do you have?
They don't even have one. They have two teams.
What the hell?
They have Red Bull and then they have Toro Rosso, which is a Red Bull team as well.
Just, in terms of branding, I think they've done incredible things.
But they do all they branched out even from extreme sports. They now do like they'll support music events, stuff like that. I mean, we've seen it here locally with esports as well. They did that whole Street Fighter thing.
Yeah.
Because Luca helped with that.
Really interesting.
Yeah, Red Bull's a brand they've got offices in South Africa.
They didn't pay us to plug this, just by the way.
They didn't. We haven't got Red Bull for free in a while.
I don't even have an energy drink today. I'm drinking my water.
I know, this is bizarre for me.
What are you drinking?
It's because that special got canned at Shell.
Was that pun intended?
They're so they're so nice to me though, because I always go there and I grab two and whatever, and then the one day I'm grabbing two and I'm not even looking at them ringing it up because I'm like, and like as I'm about to pay, she's like, the special's over. And then I look and it's like 60 rand. I'm like, oh no, please, I only take one.
I only have one. I'll drink half today and half tomorrow.
Exactly. Fuck. Yeah, it makes me sad. But the specials like go away for like 2 weeks and then they're back.
Come back.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked when you messaged me this morning saying, by the way, the special's cancelled. And I was like,
Meu Deus.
That's very weird because it feels like...
But it's on it, engine.
But see, I didn't drive past
it. See, they alternate, motherfuckers.
I mean... How often have I walked into a petrol station? I have no intention of buying an energy drink, and I see it. It's like buy one get one free, or something along those lines, and it's all the time. So
and they make you feel bad. Like I bought that one the other day, and it was 26 rand. I was like, for 4 rand more, I could be getting double. God damn it!
But I always feel bad when you're paying like. So have you seen our specials?
Yeah.
I'm like, they are really good actually, but no, thank you. Are you sure?
Yeah, you sure?
Yes. You could save. I'm like, no, just ring it up.
Or like when you get a chocolate and you're trying not to buy two. It's like, you could get two. I don't want to.
Another one.
Yeah, but it's
literally
cheap.
buy one, get one free.
You could eat it tomorrow. Yeah, but I don't want to eat it tomorrow.
I don't want.
Fine, I'll take it and get fat. God,
how dare you?
Speaking of getting fat, I got McDonald's last night.
Wow, I thought you were going to say I got fat. Like, you look absolutely
No, I got McDonald's and then vomited up.
Really?
Yeah,
what did you get?
Something did not sit well with me.
Oh boy, what did you get?
I got a double quarter pounder.
I've found with McDonald's, so over the years, cheeseburgers
We're never getting sponsored by McDonald's now.
Cheeseburgers are such a guilty pleasure, but
so good.
It's weird how sometimes, okay, I don't get an upset tummy, but I'm very aware of when my body like reacts to a cheeseburger. Sometimes I'm absolutely fine. Sometimes I'm like, oh, like that.
It didn't sit well,
it's not sitting well. But over the years, I've gone through a lot of different burgers on the menu. And the one that has no effect on me is the Big Mac, weirdly enough.
It's a good burger.
I can eat that and I never feel ill or heavy or whatever. It's
That's
just
sauce.
That's sauce.
That's sauce. It's so good. It's so
and
good.
It's super affordable.
I feel the same with funny enough, KFC. Like I like a lot of KFC things, especially like the zinger things, like all the wraps. Yeah,
but even the dunked wings. That's a good example. Sometimes sometimes. In fact, like 90% of the time, I'm absolutely fine. And then there's just the odd day where I'm like, oh.
Well, I'm the other way around. I'm like, I'm eating these, and while I'm eating these, I know. I'm like, I'm enjoying life now and punishing myself later.
I mean, like, there's a reason I go to. So, like, I enjoy the quarter pounder from McDonald's, but I won't eat it because I've had bad experiences. So I just know that every time I roll up, I'm like, no, just a Big Mac or a junior cheeseburger.
I like the double quarter pounder, but it's too much beef. There's too much meat going on there.
Yeah, so that's why the Big Mac's just to ride them out.
It's the junior cheeses, man. Those things are damn good. They're so addictive.
Yeah, and at KFC, my thing is, I mean, I'll eat a bunch of the menu, but the one thing that never screws with me is the wrap.
Oh, the twister thing.
Oh, yeah.
Those things have become smaller over time. I swear to God.
Like they've shrunk a little bit.
Yeah. You should watch there's a really good YouTube series. I think the channel's called The Try Guys, but there's a guy on there, Keith, and he does this thing where he does eat the menu. So he goes to like a fast food place and buys everything off the menu to try at least.
Holy moly.
He doesn't eat all of it, but he's trying
even
everything.
Just to buy all of that. If you have a bite of one of everything on the menu, you'll die.
It's pretty intense. It's pretty fun because it's like all these American fast food places that I know of, like Shake Shack. Oh my God.
In-N-Out.
He hasn't done, well, In-N-Out's like such a tiny menu.
Yeah,
it's like a hamburger and a cheeseburger.
You'll do it like, this is good.
Eat the menu, done. Yeah, exactly. So good. Let's check one chat, talk about fast food and video games.
And volumes. Look at those beautiful volumes. Working like we didn't have any issues before.
We don't have Doritos or Mountain Dew, so we're not having them gamer snacks here.
Gamer snacks. We've got H2O and
tea.
Disappointments.
Tea.
In a cup.
You don't like tea?
No, I'm joking.
Tea is so good. Tea. I love tea.
Just the tea.
No Monster, yeah.
No.
Yeah, no Monster. It's been a week for video games. Lots of big video games coming out. So, of course, I've been playing a game from 1997.
Wow. What could you possibly be playing? After
Symphony
all these years,
of the Night. It is from 97 or 99? Run about there.
I think it's 97.
PS1. So
PS1,
I was sick this week. I was in bed. Yeah, and then I was binging that Castlevania series on Netflix. So good.
Oh my God. 4 episodes in it.
Into the new season. It's fucking good, man.
Although, wait, let's backpedal a bit. On Monday, I told you something. You're like, I'll do it as soon as I get home. And I was like, I've just seen on Twitter that you're sick. Like, why are you out? Go home. You're like, I've just come home from the doctor.
Yeah, Jesus, like, leave me alone.
That didn't even cross my mind. I was like...
I was like, I'll do it because I think I hadn't published the episodes. So I'm like, I'll do it when I get home. Yeah. I was like, why are you at work?
No, but because I was like, just let me know when you publish it so I can tweet about it. And be like, I will as soon as I'm home. I'm like, you
go
sick
home,
dog. Like, go home. Like, I'm at the doctor.
I'm at the doctor. Jeez, you inconsiderate asshole.
Mom, like, leave me alone. I was like, it honestly didn't cross my mind.
It was so funny. I was just like, I could be out. Like. But yeah, so I was in bed, and so I rewatched season 2 because I couldn't remember what happened in season 2.
I should have rewatched at least the last episode of season 2 because season 2 didn't even come out that long ago. It was like last year this time,
and they just dive in like
shit started. I'm like, I recognize that person. I can't remember what they were doing. What's that? They're what are they called? Not a weapon master,
Forge Master.
I'm like, I remember those two. I remember the one dude. He's got his army now. Yeah, but I distinctly remember the one. I'm like, who's that other guy? Oh, he's also the other one.
Yeah.
Why is he there? Like, why is the other one there? And I had to like read up. It's like, oh yeah, that's what happened.
The thing is, it's so digestible because it's like half an hour episodes.
They're so quick.
Yeah, they're so. So
I
blazed through, and the second season only has 8 episodes. So I blazed through that.
10 now.
10, yeah. It's the longest one. And yeah, then I just blitzed through season 3 is like the best. Yeah, it's really good. So good. Like. But some of the best parts are with Isaac, the one Forge Master. Just the conversations he has.
He's really interesting.
It's so good.
Like there's just that one conversation he has with the dude on the boat.
Yes, it's one of the best parts.
You know what I like about the show is that they've picked they've got voice actors who have like such a distinct sound, and it's almost. It sounds so stupid, but it's almost like ASMR when you hear them speak. Yeah. It's very like, ooh, like
very good voices.
And they put such an emphasis on. Have you ever noticed how walking is in that show? There's like someone will be walking through the castle. It's like but like very loud. I'm like, yes.
There's a lot of good attention
to like those
to
little
sounds,
details,
and like you said, like this series is all about character, so there's a lot of good conversations, like. But they've got good voice actors. They've got Bill Nye as well as the what's that new character who tries to buy an apple in one of the first episodes?
I don't know what his name is, but he almost looks like Scottish with his hat.
Yeah, it's not Bill Nye. It's
the science guy.
not him. It's It is Bill something. I'll look it up. But they've also they've also got Jason Isaacs, who was
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Oh my God,
Bill Nye. This guy, you know him. He's this dude.
Oh, yes. No ways. That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's him, and then Jason Isaacs is Draco Malfoy's dad in Harry Potter. He's very good.
Oh, who does he play?
He plays the judge in the town.
Oh, yes. No ways. Okay, because I thought, I'm like, this voice sounds very familiar.
As soon as he spoke, I was like, oh shit, Jason Isaacs, we're here. Yeah, so it's good. Awesome. It's a great season, and it ends off fucking wild. Yeah,
no, it's something that's good. Yeah. Watch
so because of that, I had this hankering for Castlevania.
Like, let's play the shit that inspired this.
Yeah, basically. So I've owned Symphony of the Night for like ages via PSP, and now PS Vita, and now I have a Vita again. So
yay!
And then we had load shedding, so all the stars were aligning. So
you had nothing to play on your Switch, so all the stars aligned.
Yeah, but I was like, Castlevania. So I started playing it, and man, it's good. It is damn good.
There's a reason that's hailed as like one of the best Metroidvania games.
Yeah,
and just keep playing. You'll be shocked at how that game opens up.
I love how you start as Belmont. Or not Trevor Belmont, but another Belmont.
My understanding is that it follows up directly from the previous game, because I think that fight you have at the beginning, it was like basically the end of the last game, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So you almost like
kill Dracula.
Yeah, you almost replay it, and then it's like the prologue, and then you could dive into the main game and you play.
Because the idea is that the castle comes back every 100 years, but now it's come back after 10.
Yeah.
And Alucard's like,
What
I didn't know is that. Alucard is in this game, and Alucard is like a big character in the TV series.
Yeah.
But the TV series is actually events that happened way before.
Oh, it's long ago.
Yeah, it's like the very first time Alucard fought Dracula was with Trevor Belmont.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Even when I started watching the show, I thought it would, when they introduced Belmont, I thought it was going to be like Simon Belmont, because I know he's one of the main characters. And then they say Trevor. I'm like, who the hell is Trevor? But it's, I imagine if the show were to go on for however many seasons, we would eventually catch up
another
to
generation.
The other generation of Belmont.
Because the Belmont in Symphony of the Night is Richter.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool that the series has gone back to like the genesis of how this whole thing started.
Yeah.
So basically, Symphony of the Night, if you don't know, you play as Alucard, who is Dracula's son. Dracula backwards, Alucard.
Yeah, Alucard.
Mind blown.
It's a really cool name, though.
It is a cool name.
It just works out.
And so you're investigating Dracula's castle that has appeared kind of like out of nowhere. And the game does this really cool thing at the beginning where you are so strong. Like, you are just running through this castle, you're one-hitting enemies, you're like got all these cool weapons, whatever. And then you come across the literal manifestation of death, like Grim Reaper shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, you'll regret these words. And then you lose all your shit. I'm like... That was weird. Okay.
Like, I regret my words.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So you basically start from nothing. And it's this weird mix of like Metroidvania, but RPG as well.
Yeah.
So you level up after you kill a certain number of enemies, you get XP, you level up. And leveling up just does this like flat, like all your stats +1 or whatever.
How great is the level up noise though?
Oh, and then that like weird like animated text and the rainbow color on you. It's really good. I love it a lot. But then it's also got those RPG elements, like I'm picking up weapons and changing weapons. It's very light RPG stuff.
It's super light. I found playing the game, you can't, for example, equip
You're not
a set of armor because you want to do this or this or this. It's more or less like, I picked up, like you sent a photo of, picked up
cool looking sunglasses.
So the item description in the game are like top notch.
So good.
But that, for example, is literally like +1 to, I think it's like defense and +1 to something else. But it's not, you're not going to be like, this is really going to affect my build, and I'm going to have to think very carefully. It's very much like you're going to equip what's got the best stats and carry on with the game.
It's very, very light, but it's cool because it means I can kind of like mess around with new items, even though, like you said, I'm basically getting an item. Oh, is this stronger? Cool, equip it. If not, sell it, So yeah, I'm making my way through that, and it's difficult. It's
challenging.
Yeah, it's especially the beginning. I think you're right, because now I feel like I'm in a bit of a groove. But at the beginning, you are very vulnerable. Like you die very quickly.
Yeah.
And the first boss, the first boss I encountered was this like it was like a gargoyle that was carrying this other thing. It was like two bosses essentially, and man, they were fucking me up. like nobody's business. They were completely destroying me. And then I realized, okay, this isn't a game where I just go to the enemy, wail on them, and then take the hit. It's like I got to be careful.
No, you have to be very careful.
So yeah, it's good. It takes a bit of time to get used to Alucard's movement because he's quite slow.
Yes, yeah.
And he like when you change direction, he kind of like floats and then changes direction. But now that I'm used to it, it's pretty cool. I've got his first alternate form, the wolf. So I'm in this place with all these floating skulls, and I have to like use the wolf's ability to sprint and jump long distances. But I'm stuck at one point. I can't make it across this gap. I don't know if I'm missing something.
As much as I enjoy the game, like I'll be interested to hear the more you play how you think it's dated. Because I mean, modern games have sort of streamlined a lot of like stuff that would frustrate you. So, for example, let's just take Ori because that's like the most recent example. You'll have a part of the map that you know you sort of need to get towards.
Yeah.
And you can almost look at the map and be like, okay, this part's grayed out. I need to explore there to get, and it'll probably lead me to that area.
Yeah.
Whereas Symphony of the Night is very much, it's a big maze. And the map isn't like a nice, almost like hand-drawn, whatever. It's literally like those blue blocks with,
yes.
Like, there's a door there, this, that. And it's kind of hard to figure out where
although it's kind of like, it's kind of clear as well. It's like you've been here.
No. So it works. But in terms of, it's still dated in the sense that it's like it doesn't show you physically what the map looks like, if that makes sense. It's just like a blueprint almost. And there were moments when I played the game, I was just like, where am I actually meant to go? Because you sort of just thrown in, there's no clear objective. It's just,
no, not at all.
You're just there to do.
And you can kind of explore a lot of places at once at the beginning. Yeah,
you're like, I actually probably shouldn't be here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I found that like I went to an area and an enemy like one shot me, and I was like, cool, not coming back here. Yeah. So I think in that regard, it's kind of good. The map or the game is designed really well around its map. So yeah, I think it's definitely dated, but not as much as I would have expected. There's like, I can see the influences here. Like I can see where Dark Souls grabbed some things here and where modern Metroidvanias grab things. And it's like, this template's...
I think that it's like pinnacle of Metroidvania.
Yeah, it is stood up to the test of time because it shows that like your level design is done in a way that kind of pushes you in the right direction, always, even like subliminally. So yeah, I'm having a good time with it. It's challenging, and it's scratching that itch, and like it's not really like a story heavy game. It's like I'm just fighting things.
The dialogue in that game is 10
top notch. Yeah, it's really something.
Yeah, it's great.
But it's a good game, and I can understand now why people revere it.
Just keep playing. It'll honestly shock you how that game opens up and how stuff falls into each other. It's incredible. Like it really is.
And you said it's quite a long game as well, huh?
I must actually. Are you able to see your playtime?
Yeah, when you save. I must
actually go dig out my Vita and I can find how long I played the game. It was also like 20 to 30 hours or something stupid if I recall.
Yeah, because I've only played like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's really long.
I do recall you saying it was like much longer than you thought it would be.
Yeah, that castle's big. It really is massive. And I mean, a lot of that time was like, where am I meant to go? I'm going to re-explore some areas. Oh, there's this hidden area here, whatever. But enjoy. It's really good.
I think the only thing that feels dated to me is like I've got this one spell, Dark Metamorphosis, and the description for it is like sacrifice some magic to heal. So it's like I do it, but it doesn't work. And it's like, no. So I looked it up. It only works when enemies bleed. So it's like,
yeah, so that's what I was telling you because you sent me those sunglasses and it made me remember like, oh yeah, just look up how some spells work or how some items work because it's not immediately obvious. Yeah. You know? And like, let's just remember this game came out at a time when there's no like internet.
No internet, yeah.
So people played this game. Can you imagine the thrill of discovering something like all by yourself?
Well, I discovered that spell by accident. I was busy fighting an enemy and next thing this thing popped off and then suddenly the spells thing was open in my menu. I was like oh. Yeah. Okay.
that game very much doesn't.
I love that animation. Dark metamorphosis. So good.
Best voice actor. Yeah. Well, Symphony of the Night. You're going to play more of that.
Yeah. I really, really like it. So yeah. So small technical difficulties.
Yeah. Well.
But we're back. So yeah, I've been playing that, but you've been playing another Metroidvania.
Oh man, I've been playing after all these years.
After we saw Ori in the Blind Forest at Gamescom together.
No.
Didn't we see a trailer there?
No. Gamescom. That first Gamescom I went to was Blind Forest. Yeah. No. Will of the Wisps was. No.
Sure?
I'm sure because that E3 we went to. There were rumors. There were rumors of like, there's an Ori sequel. I was like, yes, let it be at the E3.
And then it never happened.
It never happened. And
I remember that.
But it's weird because there was a rumor at the time, like it was called Will of the Wisps, whatever. But then only the following E3 was it officially announced.
Yes, and it was announced as Will of the Wisps. Yeah. So it was like, that rumor was spot on. But So, but you've been playing this Ori sequel?
So I've been playing, I've only played the first 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can't believe. So in terms of, let's start at the beginning, the visuals. This game is better looking than Blind Forest. And
this is the thing I keep hearing.
It's such a weird thing because like I've finished Blind Forest again this Tuesday. And so it's very fresh in my memory and it's a very pretty game. But in Will of the Wisps, there's something about, I don't know if they've made the backgrounds more dynamic or like, I don't know if they've tweaked the art style or whatever, but it's just visually more impactful. But I do remember reading a couple of months ago that with Blind Forest, so the backgrounds were 60 FPS, whatever.
Okay.
But like Ori itself was only 30 FPS. Like for animation reasons, it wasn't as smooth, but I think they've now picked that up and it matches.
Oh, okay.
So the movements and everything just looks a lot smoother.
So it feels more in line with...
Yeah, it's just insane though how you play it and you can feel and look, you see it, you're like, how does this look better than the original, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, they've reinvented the game in that it's still Ori. You're still jumping around, you're platforming. But one thing that they've completely reinvented is the combat, and it feels real good. So in Blind Forest, you had sound, little spirit orb used to shoot little balls of light, I guess.
You kind of just mash the button.
You just mash the button. Yeah. And when the game started, I was like, hang on, where is sound? Like you don't see this little ball of light at all. And then I realized like, oh, that is the little orb that is in the tree from Blind Forest.
Oh, right. You returned it, yes.
Yeah, it was returned. So what the game does, it starts you off with nothing. You're literally just platforming.
Oh, that's a cool conceit of how you lose everything again. Okay.
But it's weird because like you don't have bash, you don't have double jump. You still pick those up again. But I suppose it's
those came from
So the way the game introduces you to its mechanics is that it's literally you're doing some light platforming. The opening 15 minutes are like awesome. I mean, remember Blind Forest, it was very much Ori and Naru just doing their thing.
Interacting,
whatever. This is very much the same, except now that it's them two with Guma and the little owl Ku.
Oh, Guma's that weird
the like tall armed thing, yeah.
Thing's cool.
So it just sort of sets the tone for the game. The basic premise is that Ku's been born, it grows up with you, and she wants to learn how to fly, but she's got a damaged wing, which is very sad.
No, this is like How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, but eventually, this all happens in the opening 10 minutes. So you remember Kuro's feather?
Yes.
So Ori has Kuro's feather, and they sort of arrange that they strap it to Ku's wing, and Ku flies with Ori like into the horizon. But then a wild storm appears and separates the two of them.
Oh, no.
So you as Ori are now looking for Ku in this new land that you land up in.
Oh, okay.
So
and trying to get back
that's
home.
The basic premise, yeah.
So there's no tree.
There's no tree.
Fuck that tree.
that tree's actually the villain.
Tree's evil.
So that's how they introduce you to the game, is that you platforming with nothing.
Interesting.
But soon enough you find a weapon, or you get given a weapon, and it's basically like... The only way I can explain it is imagine the needle from Hollow Knight.
Okay.
It's that, but you can do like a quick 4 to 5 hit combo with it. So it's like swap.
But it's more melee. It's not like projectile
all melee,
based.
yeah.
Okay.
And it is incredibly satisfying. So you go up to an enemy and you like mash the button, but it's you doing like a quick combo to do damage to them.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it's really satisfying. And it's different because for Ori in the Blind Forest, you you didn't even have to be close to the enemy. You sort of just had to play it safe and be close enough that you could mash X and, do damage to them. Here you have to get close to, obviously, kill the enemy. But soon enough, they start introducing other abilities and elements and whatnot. So, for example, I've picked up a weapon, a bow, which you can use offensively, but it's also used to solve a lot of puzzles.
Okay.
So one part of the game, this one area where you're using the bow the most is basically there are certain little nodes you have to shoot. And like if you shoot it, a bridge will come out, for example.
Okay.
And you have to jump to it.
Okay.
And they start stringing this together in different ways to create puzzles, which is really cool. And that like, oh, I need to draw this one out, then jump up and in the air shoot that one. And it's just really satisfying. It's Ori,
Yeah. I've heard just from anecdotally, like other people playing that it just feels like the best platformer they've played.
So what's quite interesting is that, so you played the definitive edition.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the dash ability?
Yeah.
Because I know that was
part of the definitive edition.
Yeah, but it wasn't like on the main path. You could finish the game without finding the dash ability.
Yes.
But it is, remember that the definitive edition took the base game and just enhanced it. But the dash was added as like an afterthought. They've incorporated it into this main game now.
Okay.
And that you get the dash relatively early, like after 1 or 2 hours.
Oh, cool.
So now you can do a double jump and then dash mid-air.
Ooh.
Which just, it expands the movesets a lot in that you now have like a full screen and you're on one wall, but you can double jump and dash all the way to the wall on the other side.
The whole screen's width.
Like the whole screen's width. And they use that to make like even like bigger platforming puzzles.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So yeah, look, I'm only 3 hours in, but at the moment I'm in love with this game. It's the original Ori with like a whole lot more. They've reinvented the combat and there's a lot of other little things like this to me is very much Hollow Knight's notch system or charm system.
Oh yeah.
Where you get abilities that you equip.
Oh, it's like the Hollow Knight's buttons or whatever.
But yeah, was it
buttons
I think
or
it was
badges
charms or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But
yeah.
I mean, it's basically passives that you can equip. So one, for example, it's like you've got a 10% chance to do 50% more damage.
Okay.
You've got one that's you can do 15% more damage, but you also take 15% more damage. So it's just little ways to spec your Ori however you want to play. But it's quite cool that you can actually end up meeting shopkeepers that let you upgrade it.
Okay.
So you can, like one thing in Hollow Knight, for example.
There's like a city hub, hey?
I haven't quite found the city hub, but I think there is a city hub.
Okay.
I've only met a few characters here and there.
Okay.
But there's no like distinct, like, oh, there's my central hub that I found. So like Hollow Knight, for example, you'd get a badge and it does this specifically. But in Ori, you can upgrade those badges, which is pretty neat. So that there's one, for example, will reduce the damage you take by 10%.
Okay.
I can spend spirits to upgrade that to take 20% less damage. So as the game opens up, it's going to be interesting in that you could probably build however you want. And yeah, it's just I can't wait to play more of it.
Nice.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. I'm probably going to play it soon. I've heard there's some on Xbox. There's some performance issues and stuff, which is kind of weird.
I actually was going to say that I've also had, sadly, performance issues in that.
You're playing on PC?
On PC, I get weird video lag every now and then. In that, it hasn't like really killed me, but once or twice. So what happens is I'll be doing something and it feels like sluggish.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's like almost the video's catching up or my computer's processing or something. It's not like battery smooth all the time. And it can be a bit frustrating in that, like, say I'm doing a dash, whatever, I need to double jump, do a dash. But as I double jump, there's like that one, like, just slight hitch and it like throws off the jump, whatever.
Oh, yeah, completely.
That's happening quite regularly. And I don't know what it is, if it's a performance thing or if it's a bug or
I've heard
whatever.
Across, I mean, because it's on Steam, it's on, Windows, Windows app, that's the one you're playing with
I'm
Games
playing
Pass.
on Game Pass, yeah.
But there seems to be issues across all platforms and they're all different. They're not all the same. So I know they put out the day one patch and the day one patch fixed a lot because a lot of
day one patch
reviewers
was massive.
Oh, really?
Because I got home wanting to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, I lie. I woke up the one morning wanting to play it and there was a surprise 8 gig patch.
8 gigabytes? How big is the actual game?
It was like 15 gigs.
Wow. Okay,
yeah,
that's a lot bigger.
Yeah, so when I started, I was like, yes, I'm going to play it. It's like 8 gig download. I was
wow.
Like, oh, shit.
Not today.
Well, I still ended up playing, but
yeah.
took a while.
Okay, that's cool. I'm excited to jump into that because I finished the first one late last year for the first time, so
it's also fresh in your memory.
I'm primed.
Yeah, look, the one thing is Blind Forest was very much focused more on platforming. Will of the Wisps is still very much about platforming, but they've really sprinkled in a lot of combat, and it feels good.
Because the combat in Blind Forest wasn't bad. It just felt...
It wasn't
It
the
felt
main
very
focus,
shallow compared to the platforming itself. Yeah.
It's like, as an example, in this one, where it's different. I've told you about these passives you pick up.
Yeah.
So those tend to be hidden in areas where you have to like do a puzzle or do something to unlock an area to get one. So I ended up walking into an area that there's no leveling in this game, but I walked into an area where it's very much like, I don't think I should be here. I'm very soft. I don't have enough life. I'm dying very quickly. But there was one part where there were 2 enemies, and I knew that killing them would open up a door to one of these passive abilities.
Yeah.
So I killed the 2 of them, and then another 2 appeared, different ones, and then I killed those 2, and another 3 appeared. It was like a little combat trial.
Okay.
Which is really cool. Although I say I killed them, it took many attempts to like string it together.
Actually
that I
them,
killed
yeah.
every enemy, and then I finally unlocked the room. But that is a nice little touch of like, just survive, beat all these enemies, and then it'll give you this reward. Which is very much something you wouldn't find in Blind Forest.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm hoping there's more of those as well.
Yeah. I'm very excited to get into it because I want to play it, and it's cool that it's on Games Pass.
I paid a whole 15 rand. No,
sorry, came out of nowhere.
Do you know Game Pass on PC is only 50 rand a month?
Yeah, but that's if you just do PC.
Yeah, no, but I mean, because on Xbox it's like what 100 and...
Oh no, it's 150 for Ultimate. So one Ultimate gives you gold,
both,
Xbox, and PC.
No, but if I just wanted Game Pass on Xbox,
I think it's like also like 60 or 70.
Oh, is it that cheap? Yeah. Okay, never mind. I was like, wow, 50 rand, so cheap.
It's cheap. It's the same price as EA's one, the Origin Access thing.
It's the same price as a coffee from Starbucks.
Yeah, for one day's coffee, and you get like a whole month of games.
And there's other shit on there that I want to play as well.
And that's how they get you. It's just it's such a small thing. So
yeah, but that's Ori. I'll obviously be talking about that more next week because I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
What have you been playing?
So I've been playing Symphony of the Night, but this kind of like folds into news. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare got its Battle Royale.
It was like leaked.
Yeah, ton.
And then it just sort of appeared in the same week.
It was like, it was leaked and there was a video and it was like, oh, it's coming out tomorrow. And then, True's Bob, it came out, I think, on Tuesday. Yeah, so, well, it's called Call of Duty Warzone, firstly. So they're not tying it directly to Modern Warfare, which I think is smart because the year before they had Blackout with Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
That was like, it was tied to that game, so you had to buy Black Ops 4 to get it.
Blackout,
yeah. And then like when Modern Warfare comes out, it's like no one's playing Black Ops 4 anymore, so Blackout just dies. So now this one's completely separate. It's built off the backbone of Modern Warfare, but it's a free game that you can download irrespective of whether you own. What's weird is that if you don't own it, you're basically downloading Modern Warfare and they're just locking you out of the other stuff.
That download on PC was
like 90 gigs or something.
80 gigs. Yeah, it's massive.
It's huge. It's huge. But what's cool is that I own Modern Warfare on PC and I downloaded it on PS4 so I could play with, like Craig and other people. And what's cool is that it just brought all my... So it took my Activision account. It was like, hey, you're level 30 whatever in multiplayer and here are the purchases you've made, like the battle pass and stuff, and just migrated that stuff over like without me even having to do anything. And I was like, this is cool. More games should do this. Like this is awesome.
This is the future.
So like my loadouts were there, my customization was there. Like it was basically like playing the same game.
Yeah. That's cool.
So yeah, it's so it's 2 modes essentially. Warzone has a battle royale, which is basically what you think it is. It's now 150 people jumping into a map. This map is huge. This is like, it reminds me a lot of PUBG because it's just like there's vehicles to get around because you cannot walk across the whole map. Not like if you've been playing Apex Legends, it feels different because Apex's map you can get from one end to the other fairly quickly. So yeah, it's massive. You're only playing in squads of 3 at the moment. And it's good. it's got familiar elements, like you've got armor plating that you use as your shield. Your health regenerates outside of that.
Okay, so
but very slowly. Very slowly. Your weapons, you are no longer... so there's no aspect of like backpacks and backpack space here. So you've just got a specified number of slots for like each ammo set. And I've still never run into an issue where it's like you can't pick this up.
Okay.
So the weapons are sorted by rarity. Okay. So like a white one will be just a normal assault rifle without any attachments, but then you might get a purple of that same one, and then it's got attachments like a scope or something on. So that's how you do it. You don't have to fiddle with, you've got this gun now, attach the scope
so
to
you
it.
literally just pick up a gun, you throw it away, replace it with another gun.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like a bit of a mix, but it's sort of like Apex in that regard, but you're still not putting attachments on, and you still don't have limited backpack space.
But Apex, you do still pick up like your own scopes and this and that.
Yeah, that's true actually. But you pick up a lot of guns that have scopes on them as well sometimes. So
yeah.
But yeah, they've got this rarity attributed to them. You can pick up a gas mask, which sort of gives you a bit of time when because the ring is basically like a gas ring, so it like gives you a bit of time if you get caught by it to like not take damage. And then the other big change is basically money. So every time
that's a big,
it's a
like,
big
thing,
change. Yeah. So there's an economy in each match where it reminds me a lot of like zombies. When you kill an enemy, they'll drop cash, or you can pick up what they call contracts, which are like sort of like mini side missions. Like you pick up a contract to pick up, it like marks 3 chests on your map and you've got to open all of them. Or it marks an enemy on your map and you've got to kill them.
Shit, so that actually highlights an enemy.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and that gives you like big cash rewards. And then the money can be used at these buy stations to buy things like UAV. You can buy kill streaks, so like air strikes, which changes the whole dynamic. You can even buy this thing which drops a crate that lets you get a loadout. So a loadout you've made outside of Battle Royale with perks and weapons, you bring it in. So that's an interesting one for me because it's like it's bringing in weapons and class attributes that aren't inherently in the game. It's basically that player thought they'd be useful, but then when you die, other people can pick that up. So that's cool. So yeah, there's a lot of that. The money part is, it takes a bit of getting used to because you have to think about, I need to kill people to get money so that I can buy these things. So it makes you a bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
But it's hard to feel aggressive when the map's so large. It's a sniper's haven at the moment.
Yeah.
It's you being sniped from miles away. It's all about sight lines, like very far sight lines. So I feel it's a lot less up close than Apex Legends.
Yeah.
The other cool part is the gulag.
The gulag?
Yeah. So when you die, you get thrown into this prison, the gulag, and you're forced to go like one-on-one with another player. Like the weapons are randomized. The area is pretty small. It's like this, like, it almost looks like a shower in a prison type thing. So it's tiny.
It reminds me of, there's a one level from the original Modern Warfare.
Yeah. I think it was Modern Warfare 3 where Captain Price is in the gulag or something like that. Yeah, it's very similar. And if you kill your opponent, you're automatically thrown back into the game. If you die, then you're dead, but your players can buy you back indefinitely. So you only go to you only go to the gulag once, the first time you die, but your teammates, if they have enough money, can continuously buy you back. But the price is pretty high, and like when you come back, you have no weapons, so it's really it's a hard thing. But the gulag is a nice little like tension. Little like spike of tension in the middle there, and like players who are waiting for their turn can throw rocks into the arena and stuff like that. It's really,
so funny.
It's a fun time. It's it just changes how you think about death in the Battle Royale, because like in Apex, if you wipe a squad, they're wiped, they're done.
Yeah.
Here you can wipe a squad and they can all win in the gulag and all come back and they'll drop where they died.
Yeah.
So even if you wipe a squad, you like got to get their loot, got to get out of here because they'll come back. Or you wait there and just kill them again, you know. So you can never feel safe, even though you've killed someone, that they might just drop back in on you and kill you, which is, it's an interesting thing that I think takes getting used to, because we played so many battle royales where that's not the case anymore. So it's like a shift in thinking.
That's good though, because I mean, it mixes it up.
It does, yeah. It's a complete change. This gives Warzone a bit of an identity where Blackout didn't feel...
Blackout, look, I played it a little bit and it felt good, but at the end of the day, it was very much like...
I never got into it at all.
Yeah.
The thing that still bugs me is the time to kill here is real high. Like you can empty a clip on someone and destroy their armor, but then you like got to reload and finish off the job. And it just feels a bit at odds with like what I'm used to in Call of Duty, because Call of Duty's multiplayer is like really fast. So yeah, I know they're still tweaking it. There's still weird things in there, like they mark a jump master, but you don't sync jump. So like, what's the point?
Happens,
like, you kind of just have to watch where your team is going to jump, especially if you're playing with randoms. Like, so I'm just like, what's the point of marking this as a squad leader if he literally has nothing to do? You also can't share weapon. You can't drop weapons, which is super bizarre to me.
Yeah.
So you can swap. So I can like look at a weapon swap, but I can't, if a teammate is like, hey, I want the sniper and I want to give you this weapon, there is no way for us to do that at the moment, which is super weird.
You'd almost need like a weapon to swap it out for, put it on the ground, and then the other person.
Exactly. You'd need like a neutral weapon that you can like which is, I don't know, that's dumb.
Actually
like
funny.
If I want to swap a sniper with someone because I picked it up just because, you know, but they're better with the sniper, like there's no way for me to
find another weapon to do those transactions.
Exactly. It's like, but there's like this really intuitive way to share stacks of ammo or money and whatever. So they thought of that, but then they just missed this little detail. So
I mean, if enough people moan about it, I'm sure they'll make a plan. So
I really like the armor thing, because it's like, you know, in Apex you've got like these energy cells that you animate and
you refill whatever.
So these ones, you've got 3 slots. But you've got armor plating, and you basically hold, well, on PlayStation, you hold triangle, and then you like popping them into your sleeves in your chest. But that animation, once you've locked in at least one, that animation's locked in. You can't do anything. So I was like literally walking through a door stupidly while doing that. And as I did that, I saw a guy. And I was like, oh no, I can't, like, I had to back out and quickly till it resets and then go back in.
Please hold while I put my armor in.
Exactly, yeah. So it's good. I like it a lot. Well, I'm playing a lot of it. I don't know if I like it a lot, but yeah, it's cool. It's more Call of Duty, and I like Modern Warfare a lot.
And it's free.
Yeah, on all platforms, free.
How are they making the money? Are they just cosmetics?
Yeah, they don't have a battle pass specifically for Warzone yet, but I assume that's
sure
coming.
It's gonna come.
Yeah, but you can still all the cosmetics that exist in the store that work in multiplayer work here.
Oh, okay, carries
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, which makes me a bit weird, because like you can buy blueprints for guns, which they don't give you. Like blueprints is just like, here's what we recommend speccing out this gun as. So it's not like attachments that you can't get otherwise, but like you can really accelerate your leveling. Like if you pick up a blueprint and that has attachments you haven't unlocked naturally yet, and since you can call those in Battle Royale, you can definitely get an advantage.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a bit of a weird toss-up, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, your progress, so your level is shared between multiplayer and Battle Royale. So
okay, so
you're progressing.
You're going to find people that are just higher level.
Yeah, and have
gonna beat
better attachments and stuff like that. So
yeah, but yeah, it's good. It's cool though. I'm interested to see how it pans out, because
I think they said they hit 15 million players today.
Yeah, I mean, and I think I don't remember how many players Fortnite had, but I remember Apex had like 2.5 million players in the first day or something.
Yeah, so like Warzone at 6
million.
Yeah,
which is because when Apex hit 2.5, it was like, that's wild.
Yeah,
6 million. Now it's 15 million.
I think they benefit from the fact that they're launching it in a game as well that people own already.
Yeah, so it's like it just,
and it's got a much bigger brand thing than like when Apex launched. Everyone's like, oh, Respawn. But like if you weren't really in the know,
you were like,
you had
what
to wait.
Is Apex? Yeah,
exactly.
I still think Apex Legends is a silly name, but
I still think Apex is my favorite battle royale. So
well, Apex is real good. So
Apex is a damn fun game.
It's a good time.
Should we get to game releases?
Yes.
I'm still watching your peaks, and I'm very worried.
No, I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta figure this.
I'll just have to speak very loud into my microphone.
Yeah.
I know.
So we're looking at
I'll just let you do most of the talking.
We're looking at releases from March 14th, which is today, to March. Let me pull up the calendar here.
There's a whole week
March
coming up.
20th. Yeah. So what's weird is that I know some of these things on this list have been delayed already. So
I know.
That's awkward. But yeah. So things that came out that are coming out in that period. La Mulana.
1
La
and 2.
Mulana 1 and 2 Hidden Treasures Edition. Ooh.
Nice.
PS4, Xbox One, Switch, March 17th. Then this one's been delayed, I know for certain. The PC Engine graphics, PC Engine Core graphics menu, or the Turbo Graphics. It's one of those, like the NES Mini or something.
It's like actual hardware.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's been delayed. I don't know until when, but I know that was meant to come out like this week.
Damn.
And then we've basically got like 2 big games for this week, or both out on the same day. We've got Animal Crossing New Horizons on Switch, March 20th. I'm very excited to play my first Animal Crossing ever.
Me too.
Then we got Doom Eternal, PC, PS4, Xbox One, also March 20th.
I think they're both going to be real good.
Along with Doom Eternal, we've got the remaster of Doom 64, also on the same platforms on the same day. But yeah, Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing.
Was Doom 64 its own standalone game? It wasn't like a remaster.
I think it was
of the original,
like a remake of one, but with like 64.
Yeah.
But not 64, but like for the Nintendo 64, like so polygonal and stuff. I think I might be wrong.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is.
But yeah, that's cool. And then the week after, we've got a new Half-Life. Can you
Half-Life Alex?
So excited.
And Bleeding Edge.
Yeah, that new one.
I'm very curious. And you know what's funny is that I've got Game Pass now, and for some reason...
So you can play the beta this weekend.
But I'm not going to play the beta. It just never crossed my mind that Bleeding Edge is an Xbox game. It will be available on PC. So in my head, I was just like, I'm never going to play this game. But now that I've subscribed to Game Pass, it popped up. I'm like, oh,
right.
I can actually give it a bash. Yeah. So,
exactly.
I mean, I'm curious to see how it pans out. In news this week, Mario Lego.
Well, firstly, E3 cancelled, done.
But more importantly, Mario Lego. E3 cancelled.
Yeah, E3's
officially cancelled.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, it was kind of like I think even without the coronavirus, this show was in trouble. Because last week we spoke about how I Am 8-Bit, the creative directors behind it, just resigned.
Yeah.
So I think this is, in a weird, twisted way, the coronavirus is actually like allowing the ESA to save a little bit of face while doing this. But it's interesting. Microsoft is now going to hold a digital-only event. Ubisoft said they would do that as well. I assume other people who are meant to host press conferences like Square Enix and EA will do that.
Do you think they're all going to do it over the same week though, or they're going to do
that's the interesting thing. Like, will there be this like E3 week now, just in all digital events, or will it be a staggered thing?
Like I've said it before. In my head, it like I'm very much as a consumer. I love E3 because it's all hype, lots of releases, everything. But from an actual brand point of view, for example, why are all these big brands fighting for headlines?
Yeah.
When they could honestly just, Xbox can have its own week of announcements, Ubisoft can have its own week of announcements, and all the headlines are yours. Like, Xbox announces this. It's not.
But that's why I think they're not going to do it. Like, E3 made
you mean
sense.
this year? Yeah.
E3 made sense when they all did it at the same time because they were all in the same city.
Just collecting everyone in the same place.
So it was like this like uniform thing where everyone was watching gaming news much closer. But now, if they all announce live streams for the same day, I don't think it achieves the same thing.
No. So I think it's an opportunity for them to space out and like pick a week or a day that's just their own time.
Yeah.
You know? So
and also like this is interesting because all these companies now are forced to find a way to make the same announcements this year without E3. So will they find that maybe we don't need E3 to make all the announcements that we wanted to.
Yeah.
Why are we spending money going to E3? So, I mean, there's been a lot of speculation that this is like essentially the end of E3 if people figure it out. But
well, didn't it?
I don't know.
Is it the
ESA? Yeah.
They've said that this year is digital, but they've got plans for next year.
Yeah. I mean, definitely
I don't know.
They have to say that. Yeah, but like it's constituents. Like, I don't know if they are going to be, they'll all just be like Sony and be like, maybe we don't need you. But yeah. But Mario Lego.
Yeah, Mario Lego. It's weird though, is that this Lego was announced and it's just one of those moments where the penny dropped and I was like, how has this never existed before?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how has there never been a Mario
Nintendo
Lego set?
Nintendo has been around for like literally decades, well, more than a century actually.
Yeah,
basically
ages.
But in Nintendo gaming, as we know, has been around since like the late 70s, early 80s. And Lego is like also one of those old school brands that likes to cross over with iconic
with like
characters and franchises. And only now in 2020 we've got actual Mario Lego.
Yeah,
I think the Mario piece looks a bit weird.
It is. So what's weird is that this is like it almost feels like Lego's experimenting here. So like Mario is battery powered and he's got like an LCD.
He's got a little LCD thing, right?
Yeah, he's got an LCD on his chest and his mouth and his eyes so they can emote.
Yeah.
They can change. And then he uses Bluetooth to like communicate with other pieces on the board. So you can basically, if you think about building your own version of Mario's 1-1, like the actual level, when you are playing with Mario on that course and you hit him into a question block or a Goomba or something, it will make an associated sound with that, like you killed that Goomba or whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the chest will like light up with coins or whatever when you collect coins. So it's like, it's sort of like, hey, we've made Mario Maker but Lego, but also like not, I don't know, it's weird. I need to know more about this than just that video.
My only thought is parents around the world crying because batteries.
Oh yeah, batteries and all. So all the sets that were shown in the trailer, those are all separate sets. They're not just one set. So that cash dollar, yeah, it's coming.
And Lego makes a fair bit of
Lego's not cheap either. Lego is it's expensive. So that's apparently coming out later this year, but I don't know.
Final Fantasy VII Remake getting a bunch of PS4 themes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of themes you can pick up. Well,
are they available already?
If you downloaded the demo, there's that one that you can get. There's a cloud theme that's coming for PlayStation Plus members pretty soon. And then there's a Sephiroth theme that's only coming for people who pre-order from Amazon or something like that. So, yeah.
GameSpot gave Ori an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Ori story.
I love that.
I'll take it.
Yeah, they gave it, I think it got 9s in a bunch of places. GameSpot gave it an 8.
It was 91 when I last checked on Metacritic.
Another game that got really good reviews this week was Neo 2. It kind of like flew under the radar.
Yeah.
A lot of people calling it like the best Souls-like, even better than what From Software has done. So I feel like you need to play it and let us know.
Even better than what From Software has done. Yeah, that is a very bold
That's a bold claim.
Very bold indeed.
Very bold. I'm trying to get through. I don't know why it only loads like a very small amount of news at a time. I know one of the other news stories this week, Horizon Zero Dawn, coming to PC. Officially.
Some console game is very mad. Although, I don't know, some of those reaction videos, I'm like, is this real?
Yeah, is it like staged and then it's like people keep sharing it and they think this is how people are reacting?
I can 100% believe that some people would react like that.
Oh yeah,
people are
for
babies.
Sure. For sure. Like, the whole fervor around console wars is so stupid and so dumb that people get angry because they're like, oh, my brand has betrayed me, you know.
But look, the only grounds I could understand someone getting that upset for would be like PlayStation come out and say Horizon Zero Dawn 2 available only on PC.
Yeah, of course, because then it's like, well, I played this game on PS4 now
I've got
the
a
sequel's on a different.
But
that's essentially all the when they announced Shadow of the Tomb Raider initially. And it looked like it was going to be an Xbox exclusive. People were like, what the fuck?
Stop this shit.
Yeah.
Although Rise of the Tomb Raider was an Xbox exclusive, but a timed exclusive.
Yeah, for about a year, yeah. And what a game. It's still the best in that series. No, so Horizon Zero Dawn's coming to PC. Herman Holtz, who's now the head of Sony Worldwide Studios, used to be the head of Guerrilla Games. He made the announcement and said that Horizon Zero Dawn felt like a good fit for PC. And I'm like,
yeah,
there's no surprise that Death Stranding, which runs on the same engine and is also coming to PC, makes sense that now
it's just
now this one's coming to PC as well. So he did mention that they have no plans to do like a day and date PC release thing going forward, and that they are still committed to dedicated hardware and software for that. So
right up until
don't expect all your PS5 games to come to PC, but I also think that will happen eventually.
Bloodborne on PC.
Oh yeah, just let Horizon Zero Dawn sell well on PC, and Sony's going, imagine all the things.
What other exclusives are going to come? Imagine Uncharted 4.
I would play a Bloodborne on PC, get it at a good high frame rate, good frame pacing. Fuck, I'd be
imagine Uncharted 4 or The Last of Us 2 with like unhindered 60 FPS.
Oh,
Sure.
oh my lord.
Actual eye candy.
I'm like super keen to play Horizon Zero Dawn again just on PC
oh my
because
gosh,
I
it's
just
gonna
want
be
to see it.
Super pretty, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see it running at that smooth.
I also want to see Death Stranding on PC.
Yes, I actually do. I'm quite
pretty.
curious to do Death Stranding.
Because that engine, what's it, the Decima engine?
Yeah, I think it's Decima.
It on PS4 looks runs.
It runs
perfectly
beautifully.
and it
yeah.
looks real good.
So I'm like waiting for like better frame rates on PC. And Horizon Zero Dawn is still like one of the best looking games.
And it
of
ran.
this gen.
It really ran.
Yeah, it really ran well.
Quite
I mean, it
well.
was 30 frames, but it was a pretty locked 30 frames. Other small tidbits. Ubisoft is bringing back Prince of Persia to For Honor, and they're doing that poor man dirty.
Oh, you know, it's funny. That kind of funny. Their topic this week was game franchises that like to see come back, like brought back from the dead. And someone did say
Prince
Prince of Persia. Can you imagine them seeing? It's like, oh, Prince of. It's just like DLC, whatever. Boo.
I don't think Prince of Persia exists in a world where Assassin's Creed is still a thing.
No, but yeah, that's what they said. Is that Prince of Persia just basically became Assassin's Creed.
Well, I mean, the story is that the first Assassin's Creed was originally a Prince of Persia, and then they spun it into its own thing. So, CD Projekt Red says after work on Cyberpunk 2077 that they will be working on another Witcher game, but that it will not be The Witcher 4.
I hope they give those dudes a break though.
Yes, yeah. Another crunch story this week.
Yeah, I was just saying it's from
Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah, the Jason Schreier commented on the working conditions of Naughty Dog, basically saying that, hey, this delay for The Last of Us 2 has just led to more crunch, and it's kind of the same story we've been hearing, that crunch is just so normalized in the industry that it's kind of a thing. So yeah.
Hectic.
I think that's it. We're getting a new Worms this year. I'm fucking stoked for that. I love
What
Worms.
was the last Worms? We played some at the office.
Jeez, the last Worms. I don't even remember.
Armageddon.
Maybe? I don't know. I just know that I love Worms. It's a great multiplayer game.
It is the best multiplayer game. You
Yeah.
can have minimal, can be a non-gamer, and you can still pick up.
Oh yeah.
Have so
I
much
still
fun, yeah.
I still like the 2D ones more than the ones that try to go 3D.
2D or bust.
Yeah. So but yeah. So that's
Okay.
news.
That is the news.
That's
Shall we
good
get
news.
to
It was a weird, like, there were big stories, but not many stories outside of that. So, yeah.
outside of that. Okay, let's get to
I
some of
really
these
hope this
questions.
audio is good.
Oh no, we'll have to see. Wow, you really nice tonight. I'm just gonna be a little.
No, I don't know. No.
Hello, it's me.
It's like I've finally got you to a good level, but it's like,
It's just slowly dying. Okay,
yeah,
let's
I don't understand
let's
what's
get
going
through
on.
these questions quickly. Okay, on Twitter we got absolutely nothing.
How dare you? Oh, wait. If you want to send us a question, you can at Checkpoint Chat on Twitter, on Instagram as well. Maddie puts up a good post there. You can email us, checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com. Reset that counter.
Oh, sorry, I'm in the
Counter's being reset every week now.
It
So.
is. Thanks, Mix. I'll get to him now. But over on Instagram, Jaden Joe says, which do you prefer, your intro or outro song? I think I actually prefer the outro song.
I prefer the intro, I think.
Well, we're just going to have to agree to disagree.
I like I like the little like twang in the outro song.
We should just swap them to confuse people.
Oh god.
I'm going to listen to the new episode. Oh, it ended.
The outro is like 30 seconds though. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
I think that's why we put it at the end.
yeah.
So
The intro is pretty. I like the intro. It reminds me of like Irish folklore or something.
I think it was actually like, in terms of genre, it was like Irish something.
Irish heavy metal.
Do you remember where we found it? What
Audio
the website
Network.
was it Audio
Yeah,
Network?
Audio Network.
So I was trying to find some sound bites for my own YouTube, and I was like,
Audio Network, man. Buy
did we find this?
soundbites, earn them forever. There's like every single genre there. So yeah, it's cool.
Bester_bear shares. If Cello Zeta and Deathbox Zeta had to throw down, who would win? No, he's been hanging out in my Twitch watching Ori with these other bozos. So
Yes. I don't know either of them. Well, I know Cello more than Deathbox. I've never met Cello though. I've just heard him over Twitter.
Heard the stories.
He sounds like he could hold up in a fight. So I'm gonna throw in my hat for Cello.
I've met both. I think.
Have I met Deathbox? I don't think I have.
No. See,
I always feel bad if it's like someone I met at your bachelor's and I just don't know their online handle or something.
I'm busy thinking in terms of raw strength, maybe Deathbox would have the edge. But in terms of being cunning, maybe Cello.
Yeah. Cello would run in, just like cut someone's Achilles heel. Like,
I thought it just said cut off his Zucchini's heel. I was like, huh?
Yes, I love my Zucchini heel.
Also a call in Counter-Strike. That's not
Zucchini Hill.
No, I'm speaking shit. One
what
time,
is Mario's favorite? Mario. What is Sonic's favorite level? Zucchini Hill Zone.
Marco and I was saying like the calls in Counter-Strike are ridiculous. And well,
what calls are there? Like,
so it's like
Rush B.
No, it is like they T-ramp, they connect. So like every area.
What does that mean?
No, so every part of the map has a something, and it's very important to know them because that's the information is very helpful.
T-ramp. They're T-rexing.
It's a terrorist ramp.
Oh my
T-ramp.
God.
There's apps, there's kitchen, there's market, there's mid, there's short.
Go mid.
There's a lot.
Thought you were playing Counter-Strike.
There's so much. So, but when we were new, when Kat was new to the game, it's like he doesn't know the calls. I'm like, well, to be honest, I don't know any of them either. So we just started making up names like they're rushing a Zucchini.
They're rushing Zucchini. I love it.
Getcha. A corner shop is compromised. Getcha.
Wow. Get your change, no shappies.
No shappies. Okay, Besta says, trying out a more plant-based diet. Got any suggestions?
Woolworths has a lot of like quote-unquote meat replacement stuff, which makes the transition easier. So they've got like, I like to call it fake chicken. So you can find like fake chicken pieces that you can make into a pasta, or the stuff that I really like from them is their like vegetarian sausages, which are really fucking good.
Real good.
So yeah, stuff like that. And then just don't try to be like, okay, I'm going to replace my steak with gem squash. It's like, no, that's not gonna work out for you.
I mean, so with the way we eat at home, we just tend to put like a lot of lentils and chickpeas with stuff.
Yeah, because that's your protein replacement essentially.
But like, it's really nice. Honestly, it's not a thing I've never eaten either and be like, oh, like this is such a sacrifice. Like, if you make it right, you mix it with the right thing. So I'm trying to think of an example.
I feel like it's a lot easier to go vegetarian based now because there's a lot of places where you can buy stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, even just veggies. You make veggies not the right way, that can be absolutely delicious. Like one thing I've started doing recently, whenever I make dinner, I'll just cut up butternut and just pop it in the oven.
Ooh, roasted butternut.
Yeah, just drizzle a bit of like olive oil
and oregano,
salt, spices, and you just leave it for half an hour, 40 minutes, and it's delicious.
I love
it's
butternut,
really nice.
yeah. But like you were saying the other day, like you often make pasta with pesto. Like that's a delicious dish.
Pasta is like honestly one of the easiest things to make, and there's so many different ways you can make it. Like a pesto pasta is very simple, but you can get creative and you just make a pasta, then you sprinkle some feta on it, some pesto. You could do some cherry tomatoes. Honestly, like I've made a pasta with like that butternut I just said. I've mixed the two, and it's really nice. So
there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of resources online as well. Like people say, oh, you don't need a cookbook, but like there's loads of vegetarian recipes online, stuff like that are pretty easy to do. But yeah, if you like, you know, if you've been a meat eater like your entire life, it's very hard to make that shift. So like it's cool that Woolies has all these replacements that are like the Beyond Burger's nice, but you can't have that every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's these like vegetarian patties and chicken schnitzels, and I think they're all pretty freaking good. So yeah.
If you want really good pre-made meals, have you heard of By Word of Mouth?
No.
So I don't know how available they are, but they're available at the fruit and veg shop down the road from us. And so they've got meat dishes, but they're like incredibly expensive. But the vegetarian stuff is cheap, and it is absolutely delicious. You just pop it in the oven. It's a pre-made meal.
Okay.
But like we have mac and cheese with breadcrumbs on top.
Ooh.
And when you put it in the oven, they come out and it's like crispy and it's divine. They've got a vegetarian cottage pie. They've got a butterbean curry, and like all of those are, you can buy it in like a single portion, a family portion, or like for one person, 2 people, 4 people. And like depending on what you do, you can buy that and supplement it with something else, or you just eat it as it is, and it's absolutely divine.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever? Oh, well, this leans into that. Have you ever had a Beyond/Impossible burger?
I've had a Beyond Burger multiple times.
What is an Impossible Burger?
So
is that available locally?
No. As far as I can tell, it hasn't been. But Impossible Foods is the one in the States that is like you can go to Burger King and get an Impossible Whopper, or Taco Bell has like Impossible Tacos. So it's like Beyond Burger. It's like just a different company.
Yeah.
But we only get Beyond Burger locally, I think, and I've had it a few times, and you have to find a place that either cooks it really well or you need to figure out how to cook it well. I feel like I cook it just like a normal burger, like a meat one. You have to put a lot of salt and pepper and stuff, and I think it's delicious. So.
Yeah, I've had it as well at so if you want to try it out, a lot of places on Mondays apparently have
meat-free Monday.
It's meat-free Monday. So I know Hudson's has 50% off the entire vegan menu.
Yes, yeah.
And that includes the Beyond Burger. So the Beyond Burger, normally very expensive.
I think you can get it for like $60.
Yeah, it's like, depends what you order, but $60 to $80, which is still like it's expensive, but it's not 160 Rand.
Yeah, because it's extremely, like, the thing I advise is like, do not buy it at a restaurant unless you really want to, because like Woolies has them for, I think it's 2 patties for 120, so $60 a person.
Yeah,
like it's still expensive, but if you're going to like a Rocamom's, you're paying 125 for one person. So try them out there, cook them just like meat. They're good. I think they're really good. They're definitely not healthy for you. Like this is the thing people get confused about with vegetarian food. They're like, oh, everything's healthy. It's like, no. You still need to watch how much you're eating, like the Beyond Burger is a treat for me.
Yeah.
But I think it's really good. Yeah.
But one just came to mind. Have you ever eaten at Lexi's?
I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, which one are you going to?
Rosebank.
It's real good.
Yeah. I'm actually going tomorrow with Bestabash and his girlfriend.
Well, interesting. What a weird coincidence.
Coincidence. But I'm very keen.
Because my sister put Lenska and I onto that the last time. I think it was a while ago. She visited and we went, and the food is absolutely delicious. But what's nice about Lex is that you can go there with everyone. It's not exclusively a vegetarian or vegan.
Yeah,
place.
Shani told me
there are meat options. So if you're not interested, like you can still go get a really good burger, for example.
I think Shani said she had like a burger bowl almost.
Yeah. But that being said, the menu is predominantly vegetarian. It's like 90% vegetarian.
Dope.
But the food is real good. And Lexi's also has that Monday thing where it's buy one, get one free.
Oh, okay.
So you can also go there and get...
Is there one near you now as well?
In Rosebank's the closest one.
Oh, okay.
But for you, there is one in Greenstone as well.
No, we're going to Rosebank. So.
There's a couple. I know there's Rosebank, there's Greenstone.
I thought it was just the Rosebank one.
No, I think there's a couple.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Neato, vegetarian
next
burrito. Question.
Besta says, how do I win a free copy of Ori and the Will of the Wisps? Into my competition.
If you've never signed up for Games Pass, 15 Rand.
Well, it's 15 Rand, but I am giving away 2 copies. So I've given one away.
I thought you were giving away copies of Blind Forest.
No, it was Will of the Wisps.
Yeah. I didn't realize that.
So I gave one away via Gleam competition platform.
Okay.
But I've tied
What's the other one?
It's done via my Twitch. So have you ever, when last we on
Twitch.tv/Harry
you get a thing called channel points.
Okay.
Which are completely customizable. As a streamer, you can say like, so how channel points work is someone will watch you and they'll earn channel points just for being in chat.
Oh, yeah, that's how I bought that dummy emoticon the one day.
Yes. So that's basically that. And so out of the box, you get the normal, like, unlock an emoticon, highlight my message, whatever. But as a streamer, you can essentially make whatever the hell you want as your channel points. And so one, for example, I have is like, show me Lupin or Luna. So someone will redeem that and I'll literally get up, go find the cat, be like, here's my cat.
Like, you're prostituting us to your online viewers.
So what I did is I made one category, like a ticket to this raffle. So you basically just spend your only channel points and then you redeem them for like tickets to win a copy. And that's Best has also entered that as well.
Okay, sweet.
So that's how you win, but it doesn't mean you guarantee to win. And last question he says is, how's Ori? We've already touched on that. Yeah. It's real good.
Very good. I'm very excited to play it.
We've got a comment from David Retief who just says E3 question mark.
Yeah, same.
We've also covered the
hashtag same E3 question mark. Who the fuck knows what's going on there? Well, we do know it's cancelled. So, but the future of E3, who the hell knows?
Okay, over on email, the counter has been reset, and Meg says,
"Sup?
He says, Alessandro, since E3 is cancelled this year, are you looking forward to more time playing games, being with your partner, shooting the horde with the fig, embracing winter with your family, etc., or are you bummed out, possibly?
I mean, I'm super bummed out. Also, I was only at E3 for a week. It wasn't like I was gone for like
It's
ages.
been months.
Yeah. No, I used to go for like a week or a week and a bit. I'm super bummed because it's like, firstly, I love E3. I can't figure out why sentiment turned so negative on it like so recently. Like I'm super confused by that. Like I can understand going the show's irrelevant or like it needs to change, but like there are people who outright hate that show now, and I'm like, when did this happen? So
I don't know.
I think it's an awesome show.
I almost think that those people are people who have been doing it for a very long time.
Very long. Yeah, they're tired.
And they just like E3 means a lot of work, and they just thrilled that
100%. I'm still in that honeymoon phase, even though I've
5
been
years
like 5 years
later.
later. Yeah.
No, but I get it. I mean, I've only been once, but it is the nice. You make the trip, and it's just you meet people.
I guess it's also that it's different to us. It's like we're going to a new country and stuff. Like if you're especially in the States, it's like I'm going to LA.
You work in LA, you literally just drive to E3.
It's like the armpits of California because it's really shit.
Armpits.
I really hate it there.
It's smelly, sweaty.
I'm over that honeymoon period of LA.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I'm bummed. I'm also bummed because it means I can't see my GameSpot friends and pals. And that
tell them to come to Rage.
It makes me say, yeah, sure, yeah. They're gonna blow their money to come here and see like a Castle Light stand and play FIFA.
Imagine like I don't know how Corona's gonna be. Will Rage even happen? That's much later in the year.
Jesus, if it's still a problem, then I'm worried.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Matthew, when you go out running, do you go out with the bare minimum of items or do you have a backpack with you? I run with the bare minimum. So I have...
you run with your phone though, don't you?
Yeah, but I have... It's not I won't call it a fanny pack because it's not the traditional, like you can keep everything in it. Mm-hmm. It's one of those slim, like waistbands.
I think Shani's got one as well. They're really cool.
I literally just run with my phone. I've got earphones if I'm running alone. And
do you have Bluetooth earphones?
I do. That is a game changer. I got my siblings got me wireless earphones for my birthday one year, and
game changers. Yeah,
it's
really good. Especially for the runs. Yeah, they're super good.
And I just run with my remotes. Okay. So it's super light. No backpack.
Yeah. I've got those AirPod Pros now.
Oh, yeah?
And what's nice is they have two modes. They have the noise cancelling and then they have transparency. And I always run with transparency so I can hear cars because otherwise I'm fucking terrified of that shit. So
I've never thought of running with noise cancelling anything. Can you?
Bad idea.
That must be so
super
eerie.
bad idea.
You just like
No. What's shit about it is that you hear your breathing. Because it's noise cancelling, it's blocking the noise, so you just hear your internal breathing.
I tell you, I've never been more aware of my breathing than I ran on Thursday, but I hadn't spoken to my sister for a long time. We've both been like missing each other's calls, whatever. So I was like, I'm going for a run now. So I was on the phone with
while you were running.
No, so I was in the car on the way home, and we were still like mid conversation. I was like, listen, I'm going to go for a run now. Do you mind if I phone you while I run?
Yeah,
because it's just like, I'm running anyway. Like I've got time to talk.
That shows you a good pace if you can hold conversation.
No, but I ran. So we're busy having a normal chat. I'm not running fast. We're running at a normal pace, having a chat, whatever. Then I started running up a hill. And right then and there, I was like, damn, I've never been more aware of how deep my breaths are. Because then I was busy telling a story and I was like, yeah, so we went to work the other day. I'm sorry I'm breathing
I'm dying
deeply. I'm just running up this hill and it was one of those long hills and it was me up the whole hill.
Oh my God.
And by the top I was exhausted because I was just talking while I was running.
Of course, yeah, because it's now you expending your breath on something extra. Oh my God,
but it was so funny. I couldn't speak more than 5 words. I'm just, work's been really busy and it was a good time. I was like honestly real exhausted. Then I flipped around, ran down the hill. I was fine. It's like, so like I was saying, just carrying on.
That's amazing.
Okay, next question. What are your thoughts on the current new way of living? A time of not touching anyone and often sanitizing yourself after touching almost every object you encounter. A flu stranding, perhaps. This is actually real close to Death Stranding. Yeah. Everyone's going to isolate themselves in cities.
Shit, Kojima was right.
Sam Porter Bridges, he predicted it like 3 months ago.
Who's going to bring us pizza? Norman Reedus.
Goddamn pizza. But you can't flip the pizza because you don't want to ruin the toppings.
It's fragile, it's super fragile. I don't know. I've been washing my hands more often. Like I've always washed my hands after the bathroom because I'm not an animal.
Yeah.
But like I'm hand sanitizing more, but like people are like, oh, you need to wash your hands every time you touch your face or your glasses. I'm like, motherfucker, I'll be doing just that the entire day.
Yeah, my thing is like
there's like no way.
I always wash my hands regardless. Like I think I wash my hands more than necessary, like more than the average person. So for example, I'll do the dishes and I wash my hands because I hate like the
But aren't your hands
smell.
soapy? Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough,
It's like I don't like, and I've been touching that
and it
sponge
makes it all
and it's not
dry
great.
and it's
And then I'll go to the bathroom and wash my hands like properly. But then I'll go back to the kitchen like, oh man, I didn't rinse that glass, whatever. So I've got to use the sponge again. I'm like, no man, I've touched the sponge and I've got to go wash my hands again. You know, like
I would not do that.
No, see, like that's when I'm being really pedantic.
Yeah.
But like that's the only example that comes to mind. But generally, I wash my hands. I think
like a normal
more than
person.
enough. Yeah. But I'm not gonna wash them.
Because people like, don't
more.
touch your face. It's like, I wear glasses. I shift these things so often.
What I am mindful of is like I do, since it's been like, don't put your hands in your not your hands,
put your hands in your mouth.
Like, you know, like I'll sit and like I'll lean on my hand, whatever. But it might be a thing of like I'll scratch my eye, whatever. I'm like, oh, like maybe I shouldn't do that.
It's like, Matty,
you know?
please stop putting your whole fist in your mouth. This is
that's
unsanitary
how
now.
Corona
Also,
works.
it's terrifying.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a long question. Hang on, I'm gonna hydrate before I read
Okay,
this.
get that glug 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 glug.
Look, oh wow, the glug. Okay, so
Okay, I'm ready. Hit me.
howdy. Would you rather watch the Saw movie series all in one go, no breaks of any kind that were disrupted, or watch the Nightmare on Elm Street film series in one go, also no breaks at all? Falling asleep while watching will result in a broken finger. Continuing to do so will result in more broken fingers until none are left.
Jesus.
Leaving your chair will result in an electric shock.
Jesus.
The more you repeat the offense, the higher the voltage. Moving a meter away from your chair will result in the roof caving in. Your last thoughts will probably be of Barry saying you became a sandwich.
Wow.
You are free to defecate while you're
Wow.
sitting. Your only food source is unlimited refills of lightly salted popcorn.
That's fun.
The only drink provided is Red Bull.
That's
There is
fun.
no backup power in case the municipality power fails. Oh, there is backup power.
Okay.
So no one will help you if you do call out for any. If
This
you
sounds
make
like
it
a Saw
through the
movie.
full marathon, you will be awarded one item that you desire the most.
Oh.
What item would that be, and why would you suffer to get it? Choose wisely.
I would do
Bonus,
this.
Matthew, please harm Alessandro in the method of your choosing if Alessandro
Wow.
mentions a sneaker shoe brand.
Wow. So aggressive.
This is a very thought out.
It's a very
question.
thought out would you
Holy
rather.
moly.
Like, there's no room for loopholes
okay,
here.
my first thoughts. Okay, you're not allowed to get up. Okay, we're drinking Red Bull though. That makes you pee like crazy.
Yeah.
Do I really want to be sitting in my own pee?
I mean, you don't have a choice. Do you want broken fingers?
No, shit, Sion, you're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
How many Saw movies are
This
there?
is
How
exactly
many-
the question I have.
How
yeah.
many Nightmare on Elm
So
Street
we
movies are there?
have to look
We're
this
gonna
up.
do
I
the
think
homework.
the Saw movies is like 7.
Jeez, like, that is way
Saw
too long.
film.
Also, when do we have to start at like 8 p.m.? Because then if that's going to go into like 3, 4 in the morning, I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah, exactly. So it really depends on when we regardless of where you're starting, there's a lot. So there are in the Saw franchise, there is Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Saw 3D, so that's 7. Then Jigsaw,
8.
which is 8, and then that new one coming out this year called Spiral.
9 movies.
The Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh
This
my
one might
god,
be a
this
little
actually
harder
has.
to- wait, there we go.
Okay, no.
Cool.
So we've got Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you've got The Final Nightmare, which is 6. Then Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which is 7. Then Freddy vs. Jason, which I don't know if that counts, but I'm going to say it counts, so that's 8. And then the reboot, which is 9.
So both on par.
I don't know, man.
To be honest, I think I'd rather watch the Nightmare movies because Saw makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, Saw is super
some
intense.
of those deaths, it's like it's so cringy, and I'm like, oh god, no! Like I don't. You see it happen on screen, and you almost imagine it happening to you.
It's torture porn.
And I'm like, oh no, I
Yeah.
don't want that. Whereas Nightmare on Elm Street, I think it's just a slasher.
Also, Nightmare on Elm Street's much older, so it's got this.
I think it'd have an old charm. To
Yeah,
it.
it's got an old charm, and also like the vibe. Like if you watch, I've watched old Friday the 13th movies, and they're kind of cool. Like they're not as violent as you think they are.
Yeah,
whatever,
but
and they're like campy and
Saw's
weird.
like over the top,
Yeah.
gruesome, and I don't enjoy them.
Okay, but I watched Freddy vs. Jason the other day. That movie's terrible, like absolute garbage.
But
terrible.
you could sit through it.
But I sat through it, but it was fucking terrible. So yeah, there's that. I don't know. I'd probably do Nightmare on Elm Street as well. I thought Saw, but you bring up a good point. It's like 8 movies of that. You might actually be like mentally damaged after that. Yeah.
What item would you choose though as your reward?
Nike sneakers.
Hang on,
Fuck off.
let me get the knife to stab you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
An item that you desire.
At the moment,
A working microphone.
A working microphone would be great. No, well, my headphones are still damaged, and I'm making do with my PS4 wireless headphones, but it really irritates me that I have to charge them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So like I could do with a really nice set of headphones, please. Thank you.
I would take a nice, comfy racing chair for my steering wheel
nice
setup.
racing chair. Maybe a nice gaming chair.
Ooh, yeah, those are nice.
Or how about a PS5 or a new Xbox when they arrive?
Yeah, I'll take Phil Spencer's Xbox Series X.
Phil Spencer's. Hi, I want that specific.
Yeah, I want that right now.
Okay, next question. Since Alessandro seems to fast play games, what is the least amount of time he has played a AAA game, and what was it? What score did he give it?
Oh, for review?
Yeah, like what's the quickest you've ever finished a AAA game? Or what is the shortest one you've played, I suppose?
Jesus, a AAA one. I mean, there's some indie games that have taken me like an hour.
Yeah.
That I've had to play through a second time just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Shit.
I know what's been like some of your longest under crunch, which is like The Witcher.
The Witcher was long. Yeah. I'm super glad I didn't review Persona.
Death Stranding was also like a long one, and you
Holy
kind of
shit, yeah, that was like 40 something hours. Yeah, that was pretty long.
But a short AAA title.
That I reviewed. I can't think of one. I'm thinking it would probably be like some expansion of something. Lost Legacy is definitely not the shortest, but it's probably one of the shorter ones.
It's a shorter Uncharted experience.
Yeah, it's the shorter. It's like 8 hours or so.
I was thinking the one review I've done, it's the one trip I did to review Call of Duty. Was it Advanced Warfare? The one with Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, Advanced Warfare.
I mean, I've had to finish that campaign over like 1
2 days. You stayed at a hotel.
Yeah. I mean, and that campaign was like 6 to 8 hours. Also wasn't that long.
But then it's not just like the campaign. It's like
no, that's the thing. I'm thinking. Yeah, I spent a lot of time playing multiplayer as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. AAA titles. Nothing comes to mind that was.
Nothing springs to mind that goes. Yeah, that was really short.
Really short. Yeah.
I do remember. I think the most disappointed I've been, which kind of feels the same way, with like a AAA purchase I've had because of how short it was Force Unleashed 2. Fuck me, it was like 4 hours. What is that? That's nonsense. I like hurried home from school, got it, finished it before I went to bed. I was like, what just happened?
Like, I'm gonna replay this.
Yeah, no, I was pretty. Even as a kid, where like games weren't coming in thick and fast for me, I was like, disappointed by that. Very, very sad.
Snap.
Yeah.
Next question. An update on the TV. So far, I'm enjoying it immensely.
Ooh.
The deep blacks still impress me.
Nice.
Be it in gaming or watching videos, I'm loving it.
Full array, local dimming, man. Told you.
Thanks, Alessandro, for helping me out on deciding to buy it. Here's to the next 9 years of watching on it.
Sweet.
Why 9 years? Pick a decade. And he sent photos. Look at that.
That's a nice TV.
Look at that nice.
Oh, and he's got some bias lighting. Yeah. That's really good. I've been wanting to do that with my TV for a while.
So what? You just kill all the lights, but you have some sort of.
So basically, bias lighting gives your TV more contrast. So because if you have a white light behind it, it makes the black levels of your TV look a lot deeper. It's just because your natural adjustment to the contrast is happening. So
I also think that's better for your eyes because you can't watch TV in a pitch black room.
Yeah, bias lighting is super
burns
cool.
the shit out of your eyes.
They're just quite expensive.
Last question from Migs. Alessandro, whatever happened to Destiny Tortoise Brew?
What?
The one you bought over and did a Checkpoint Destiny chat. Oh, Glenn.
Oh, Glon.
Turtleneck.
Turtleneck Destiny, bro.
The one you brought over and did a Checkpoint Destiny chat episode while Matthew was on his escapade with
Glon.
his human wife.
Glon's still around. He's just
Glon.
incredibly busy, that dude.
He's super busy.
He grafts.
He's a creative director for, is it AB and Bev?
Yeah, I think it's AB and Bev.
And that dude just permanently busy.
Permanently working, permanently busy.
It's
to his detriment sometimes.
This whole week, the chat in the group has been like, yeah, we're all going to play Call of Duty. And Glenn's been down, but then it's like,
he's either working or it's load shedding.
Yeah, it's like it's either he's working.
Or the other day it was like load shedding, and that means he had to stay at the office because he couldn't do work from home. Yeah, it's like wow.
That is shit. Glon, you work too hard. You need to chill out, dog.
Yeah, you need to come back and reignite the turtleneck. Gang,
Oh, if we get 3 microphones,
well, if one's fucked. Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, this thing's temperamental.
Yeah, so, something's really wrong because it's changed throughout this episode multiple times. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Welcome to my hell.
Yeah, well, it's fine, but I've adjusted many things on that board, and it's like you're not hitting the compressor, which concerns me. So
I'm super soft. It's great.
I don't know what's going on. I hope if this episode sounds a bit weird, it's because in post it was trying to rectify things. I'm sorry, but we're sorting it out.
Yeah. I love you. Bye. No.
Yeah. Well, that's been
the last
this
question.
episode. Oh, wasn't that the last one?
No, that was. Yeah.
Oh, was that the last one? Okay. If you want to send us questions like Migs did on email. checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to send us questions via Instagram like Bestabash and who's the other person?
Jade and Joe. And we had David, someone who just said E3, David Retief.
Oh yes, David Retief with his E3 question. You can send it to us at Checkpoint Chat on Instagram or on Twitter at Checkpoint Chat as well. We're all on all the socials. Just send us a question, get it read out. Get it answered by us two professional gamers here.
Professional question answers.
Yeah, professional question answerers and
answerers of questions.
Yeah. Man of many talents.
Wow, men
of many talents. Yes, tea drinkers and question answerers
and mark destroyers.
Zucchini Hill.
Rush zucchini.
Rush zucchini. On that note, you better go rush your zucchini and
goodbye.
We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening.
Yes, goodbye.
Bye.